सबसे न्यारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा। ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी। वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे। परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार।
राम राम जय राजा राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो कोमलवाणी दे दो राम। निर्मल करणी दे दो राम। कोमलवाणी दे दो राम। निर्मल करणी दे दो राम। प्रासंगिकमति दे दो राम। चतुराई भी दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। हितकारक जो दे दो राम। जन सुखकारक दे दो राम। इंगितज्ञता दे दो राम। बहुजन मैत्री दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। विद्या वैभव दे दो राम। उदासीनता दे दो राम। अयाचना व्रत दे दो राम। मैं न जानू वह दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। प्यार तुम्हारा दे दो राम। दास कहे मोहे दो श्री राम। संगीत गायन दे दो राम। गान मधुरता दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। सावधानता दे दो राम। ज्ञान कंठगत दे दो राम। दास कहे सद्गुण धाम। उत्तम गुण मोहे दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। दीन दयालो दे दो राम। अभेद भक्ति दे दो राम। आत्मनिवेदन दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। तन्मयता मोहे दे दो राम। अर्थारोहण दे दो राम। सज्जन संगति दे दो राम। अलिप्तता मोहे दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। ब्रह्मानुभव दे दो राम। अनन्य सेवा दे दो राम। पूर्ण समर्पण दे दो राम। दास कहे मोहे दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम। पावन भिक्षा दे दो राम।
अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं हृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वशीभूता सुरलोकादपि धरणिमागता रसातलमपि त्वरितमुपेता मुक्तिदेवता त्रिपथगामिनी गङ्गा मनोहारिणी विजयते गङ्गा मनोहारिणी। स्फटिकनिर्मलं तुहिनशीतलं तरङ्गतरलं परममङ्गलं दिव्यं सलिलं वहति सलीलं मर्त्यलोके अमृतवाहिनी गङ्गा मनोहारिणी विजयते गङ्गा मनोहारिणी। अक्षत संगम तीर्थ पावनी अगणित मंदिर शिखर शालिनी स्तोत्र मंत्र संगीत गायनी ऋषि मुनि सुरगण मोददायिनी गंगा मनोहारिणी विजयते गंगा मनोहारिणी। भवतु निवासो गंगानीरे शुचि गंभीरे क्वापि मंदिरे यातु शरीरं गंगानीरे गंगा माता मोक्षदायिनी गंगा मनोहारिणी विजयते गंगा मनोहारिणी। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Hope you all are doing good. So with the blessings of Param Pujya Swami Guru Govind Giriji Maharaj, who is the founder of Geeta Parivar, we shall begin today's session. I am Amita from Bangalore, and I welcome you all on behalf of Geeta Parivar for today's interpretation session. Before we proceed further, let's start with the prayer. So today we have with us Bhavna Maheshji from Pune, who would recite the Aram Prarthana for us to invoke the blessings of Lord Shri Krishna. She's a postgraduate in political science, and she's been a part of Geeta Parivar since December 2020, and she's been offering her seva as a co-trainer. So thank you, Didi, for being a part of the Aram Prarthana, and over to you.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Thank you so much, Didi. Now, let's move ahead with the Deep Prajvalan. So, we have with us today Smita Somnath ji to do the honor of lighting the lamp. She's a graduate in physics, and currently she's working as a government servant with the Animal Husbandry Department in Kerala. She's been a part of Geeta Parivar since May 2022, and she's been offering her seva as a core trainer for L1 and L2 batches. Over to you, Didi.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः।
Thank you, Didi. Now we would move ahead with the interpretation session. But before we proceed ahead, we request all the sadhaks to park your questions till the end of the session until the interpretation is complete. We would have a Q&A session once the interpretation is complete, and you can raise your hand. We would unmute you one by one and you would be given a chance to put forth your questions. So for today's session, we have amongst us Kavita Verma ji, who needs no introduction. But for those of us who are new and for the unversed, let me give a brief introduction. She's a Geeta Vriti and a disciple of Param Pujya Swami Guru Govind Giri Ji Maharaj, who's the founder of Geeta Parivar. She's a student of Advait Vedantam, which is Indian philosophy, and she is also one of the program coordinators of online Geeta classes. So today, let's all gain a deep insight and understanding on chapter 9 from Kavita ji, as she would impart and interpret the knowledge of Raja Vidya Yoga in today's session. So welcome Didi, and over to you.
Jai Shri Krishna. Once again, we are gathered here for the interpretation session of second part of 9th chapter. So last time we started 9th chapter, and I mentioned in the beginning only that 9th chapter is very important or special because this is the center of the whole Bhagavad Gita. So 9th chapter is having glimpses of Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. All three are there. So Lord has started telling about the Jnana Yoga last time. So we have discussed upon the Jnana Yoga. Not exactly Jnana Yoga, but what the things come under the Jnana Yoga. So something like that. Some part of Jnana Yoga we started with. So today also we will continue, and also we will see some glimpses of Bhakti Yoga. So let's begin with the prayer. Tada Shiva Samarambham Vyasa Shankara Madhyamam Asmadachari Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Pathaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayani Tasvayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Mudina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshini Bhagavati Ashtadasha Adhyayini Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavad Dveshini Bhagavad Gite Bhavad Dveshini. So Lord had told about the Sarupa of Paramatma and also the Sarupa of this Sansar. We have discussed this Sansar is not Nitya. It is destructible. So we don't know when and what will happen with us. So the Sansar is like a boat which is having a hole. So we don't know when we will go into the water. So this is the Sansara Swarup. Now the Lord has told this is Sansar is not a real. This Sansar is not the real but false. The Paramatma is real. So he has told Nacha Matsthani Bhutani Pashyame Yoga Maisharam Bhuta Bhannacha Bhutastho Mamatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. Here, this is the philosophy of Lord Shri Krishna. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is telling to Arjuna. So now what he is telling that this Sansara is not in me and I am not in the Sansara. How it is possible? We can see this Sansara. It is real and this is visible. We can touch, we can feel it, we can realize the feelings we have. So now how is saying that this Sansara is not real, this is not in me and I am also not in this Sansara? How it can happen? Because people say Paramatma is everywhere, in all the living creatures there is Paramatma. Then how this is little controversy? So he's telling, so like last time we only have discussed about the example of host and pillar. So if there is pillar, some thief is there or some person is there, he misunderstood this pillar as a ghost. He thought this is a ghost. Now he will have fear. He will have some feelings like this is fear, and he will be shaking at that time when he sees that this is not a pillar but the ghost. Now you just analyze, is it the ghost, is it the real ghost or false? So for other person, this is pillar, not a ghost. So not ghost is false, but for that person it is real. So this is the illusion, and this is the illusion of that person who has this ajnanam of pillar. And when he goes near to this pillar and see this is the pillar, okay, then he can say, okay, this is not a ghost. Now, sansar is something like this ghost only, and pillar is Paramatma. So Paramatma is a base for this sansara. Now, people, we have ajnana, we have illusion. So out of this illusion, this ghost or this sansara is visible to us. But in reality, there is no Paramatma inside the sansara, or there is no sansara inside the Paramatma, because there is only one entity, is Paramatma, not the sansara. So he has told about this Nachamasthani Bhutani. Now he is giving another example. Why he is giving and what message he wants to convey, we will see. Yatha kashasthito nityam vayu sarvatra gomahan tatha sarvani bhutani matsthani tyupadharaya. So he's saying, yatha, as the wind flows or wind stays in the ether. We have Panch Mahabhutas, ether, Akasha, and then Vayu, wind, Agni, fire, Jalam or water, and then Prithvi, earth. We have these 5 Panch Mahabhut. Now in the Akasha, there is wind. Akash is everywhere. Like the Paramatman, Atma is everywhere. Similarly, Akash is also everywhere. Inside the Akasha, there is wind. Wind moves here, there, everywhere. But Akash and wind, both never gets mixed. So these both elements will never get mixed. So it means they are not getting attachment with each other. So also we are here with the sansara, in the sansara. So he is saying similarly the sansara stays in me, in the Paramatma. So Paramatma never gets affected by the samsara. Now what we should learn, we are also at the same stage. When we have some relation like the Akash and wind, they both are together, but they don't have relation with each other. But if similarly, if we don't have a relation with the samsara, then we will not have any attachment and we will not have any sorrow, any pain. Because pain and sorrow and whatever sadness you feel, all this is the cause of relation only. When we have relation, the sorrow will come definitely. Like we have COVID time. And in the COVID time, so many people have passed away. But not for everyone. We don't cry for everyone. But we cry only for our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues. Because we have some relation with them. If we don't have relation, we never feel cry. We never feel sad. We are sorrow free. We have little, yes, so how it happened. But we don't have much sorrow. Because we are not having any connection or any relation with those people. And if we, so the cause of the sorrow or this frustration or sadness is the relation only. So when you have relation with the samsara, you will be having sorrow. If you don't have relation, and what kind of relation? So like we have mother, we have father, God has given, family, friends. So how can we have, can we live without the relation? So relation is there automatically, Lord has given, we are not making any relation. So relation means attachment. Many times like Shankaracharya ji was there, he also had relation with her mother, and his father passed away in very starting only, he passed away. Now Shankaracharya was alone, his mother was also alone, but still he went for the prachar of all the Sanatan Dharma. He said that I will take sannyasa, I will not be staying here. Now think about the situation of the mother, because Shankaracharya is only person in her life right now, and he is also saying I will take sannyasa, but mother was not ready. She was continuously saying, I will not be giving you the permission to take sannyasa. And for the sannyasa, it is important. Then the mother should be ready for the sannyasa. Then only boy can take sannyasa. Otherwise, this boy cannot the sannyasa. Without the permission of mother, he cannot he cannot take the sannyasa. And similarly, if after marriage, after family, if someone wants to take sannyasa, then the consent of his wife is also important. Like in the matter of Mandan Mishra, so Mandan Mishra and Shankaracharya ji later had a Shastrat debate in between debate. So the Yubhai Bharti, the wife of Mandan Mishra, then he said you can take sannyasa because there is a story. Maybe we know, maybe we don't know. We can search on Google or YouTube. So every time when we go for sannyasa, we need to take permission from our mother or for our wife. So now when Shankaracharya ji wanted to take sannyasa, then he also asked his mother, but mother was not ready. So there is a long scenario. What happened? He just went to the river, and in the river there was a crocodile. So it is said that this crocodile is also the Bhagwan, and he caught the leg of Shankaracharya. Now Shankaracharya ji told her mother that, mother, please give me permission to take sannyasa. Before dying, I want to take sannyasa. So mother gave him permission, and after that, the crocodile also went away. So in this way, Shankaracharya ji came to other places as the sannyasin. Now he is also having relation with the mother, but he has no attachment with the mother. He has love for the mother. He has respect for the mother. Otherwise, he took permission from the mother. So he took permission properly, and then he went away from the place, not before the permission. So he has respect, he has relation, but he has no attachment. That's why in the small age only he took sannyas. So now this kind of relation we should not have. The attachment we should not have with the people. Like the air or wind doesn't have any relation with the ether or akash. Similarly, we should also not have any relation with the samsara. Then we can become sorrowful. Then yes. Sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpadau visrajamyaham. Now he's saying Sarva bhutani kaunteya. All the bhutanis, all this entire universe, I will be creating in the beginning of this kalpa, and I will be destroying this whole kalpa, this whole universe in the end of this kalpa. So now what he is saying, that this is destructible, this is anitya, this will not remain as it is. So everything is changeable and everything will change one day. So why we are having so many anxieties for the things? Why we are having tensions for the things? Because we know that this is one day, this will also destroy. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Everything will destroy one day. So why we should have sorrow? Why should we have any pain? So that people should not have an anxiety in the mind. So the Bhagwan is saying that Prakriti, in the beginning of the Srishti, I just create this universe, and in the end I just destroy everything. So sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpado visrajamyaham prakritim swamavashtabhya visrajami punah punah bhutagramamimam krishnam avasham prakritirvashat. Now is saying prakritim swamavashtabhya visrajami punah punah. Now in this shloka, Lord will explain very important thing. Like many of us having this question that what is the difference between God and and the Jiva? Because like Swami Vivekananda says, I am He. Always he says, I am He. If you have heard the poem written by Swami Vivekananda, the Song of Free. So the title of the poem is The Song of Free. In this poem, he says, I am He. Like I am not the person you understand, but I am He. He means the Paramatma. So I am one with the Paramatma. I am His Swarupa only. So now, if he says that I am He, so no difference between me and Him. Now, why it is called that this is Ishvara and I am Jiva? Why? From where this difference is coming? The question comes in our mind. So he is telling the answer that Prakatim Swamavashtabhya. I control this Prakriti. I control this Prakriti. So Prakriti is Maya, the Shakti, the power of Paramatman. So Mayam tu Prakatim vidhi, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. Maya, this Maya is Prakriti, and Mayinam, the magician. So this Paramatma is like a magician. So like if some magician is there and he's showing some magics, other people will get affected at how it is doing, he's doing this, how it is happening. So they will be having illusions, different types of thoughts. But the Mayinam, the magician, will not have anything because he knows what tricks I'm using, how it is happening. So magician will not get affected, but the other audience will be getting affected. So Mayam tu Prakatim vidhi, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. That is the concept. So I am the person who can control, or I am the God, so I can control this Prakriti and Prakratim. So Prakratim Swamavashtabhya Visrajami Punah Punah. And I create this universe again and again. So like what happens when Ramji or Krishnaji, he came on earth. These are the incarnations of God only, Bhagwan only. Now when Bhagwan decides that I will go on earth. So now first of all, he is deciding that I will go on earth on this day. Then this Dashrath ji will be my father, Kaushalya ji will be my mother, these Bharat, Shatrugna will be my brothers. In this way, he decides everything. Do we have this power to decide who will be my father, who will be my mother? Then everyone will choose his or her father, mother very carefully. But we don't have this right. But Bhagwan have this right because he has control over the Prakriti and we don't have that control. So it is like that. So we don't have control, but Bhagwan has control. So Prakatim Swamavashtabhya Visrajami Punah Punah Bhutagramamimam Krishnam Avasham Prakritirvashat. And this whole entire Bhutagramam, this is controlled by the Prakriti. We are controlled by the Prakriti. We have so much delusion, we have so much things like what to do right, how to follow right things, how to avoid wrong things. We are not able to do that, but Paramatma can do. So sometimes we want to do something good, but we are not able to do that. Last time we have already discussed. So he is saying this is the difference between Jivatma and Paramatma, or Ishwar and the Jiva. Now Jiva also have this scope. So we can also become the Ishwara. So in Hanuman Chalisa only, you must have heard this chaupai that Ashta Siddhi Nava Nidhi Ke Data. So here the word is used Ashta Siddhi. We have 8 different types of Siddhis. In that Siddhi only, in those Siddhis only, there is a Siddhi called, this is the Siddhi of, this is the Siddhi of Ishitva. So when the person has Ishitva, he can become Ishvara. He can become similar as Ishvara. So we have certain power to know everything, but that siddhi can be attained by the tapa, sadhana we have to do. Then only we can reach to that point. So it is very difficult to get that, but still we have this scope. So like we have in our ancient Puranas, if you read the stories, we have some people who have received these siddhis like Vedavyasji. So Vedavyasji actually he is the Bhagwan only. So but still he is like a rishi only, but he is Bhagwan because you know in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, this Bhagavad Gita is told to Arjuna by Lord Shri Krishna. Now two people know this Bhagavad Gita. Then Sanjay ji also have divine chakshu, divine eyes. So he can also see everything what is happening right now. So he is seeing everything live, like we are hearing this session live. He is seeing everything live and telling everything what is happening in the battlefield of Kurukshetra to Dhritarashtra. Because in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita only Dhritarashtra is saying Dharma kshetre Kurukshetre samaveta yussavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kima kuruvata Sanjaya. Now he says that, oh Sanjaya, let me know what is happening in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Dharma kshetra. So here where my sons and the sons of Pandava are together. Now he is also having relation. So cause of this whole Mahabharata is relation only. Bhagavad Gita starts with the shloka of Dhritarashtra and he is saying Mamaka, my sons and the sons of Pandava. So when he says my sons, because Pandavas are also his son, brother's sons means my son, but still he is saying my sons, Mamaka and Pandavas Chaiva, the sons of Pandava, the sons of Pandu, sorry. So he is having relation. Now this relation is the cause of entire Mahabharata. Because he is having relation for the with the Duryodhana, he is having attachment with the Kauravas. So he is they are doing wrong things, and he is also not stopping them to do so. So this is the relation, or this is the cause of relation only. Now he's saying, oh Sanjay, tell me what is happening in the battlefield of Mahabharata. Now Sanjay is in front of Dhritarashtra only. How can Sanjay tell everything to Dhritarashtra? Because Sanjay ji has Divya Chakshu or divine eyes, so he can see everything. So now the Sanjay ji also is a person who was hearing everything, the Bhagavad Gita. And then there was one more devta or deity was there on the flag of Arjuna's chariot. There was a flag. So Hanumanji was also there. Hanumanji was sitting on the flag. So Hanumanji also heard whole Bhagavad Gita. So now these people have heard Bhagavad Gita live. Then how Vedavyasji knows everything? So Vedavyasji had this siddhi. Some siddhis he has. So he was able to hear the Bhagavad Gita after that. Even after happening Mahabharata, he wrote Mahabharata. So he was able to know the past. He was also able to know the future. He told little bit the hints he gave his mother before only. So his mother, before the Mahabharata Yuddha, his mother went for the vana and for the tapacharya, because she did not want to see all this Mahabharata. So there is a story behind it. So Vedavyasji was able to see or visualize everything because he had some siddhis. So similarly, the Ishvara is different, Jiva is different, but still we have a scope to become Ishvara. But becoming Ishvara is not enough, because we have to reach to the supreme goal, that is Bhagavad Prapti. So we have to become one with the Bhagwan. We don't want to become like a Bhagwan. We don't want powers and all, but we want to become one with the Bhagwan. So that we can say, when Swami Vivekananda ji says, I am he, I am he. Similarly, this can be truth that I am he, because I am not other than Paramatma, or but I am Paramatma only. So this knowledge is our supreme goal. So yatha, so he's telling the Prakriti Samavashtabhya, I control my Prakriti, and the people who don't have control over the Prakriti, these are called Jivatma. These are Jivas. Nachamantani karmani nivadnanti dhananjaya udasinavadasinam asaktanteshu karmasu. Now he's saying Nachamantani karmani. Ishvara, Lord Shri Krishna is saying these karmani, these actions will not bind me. What is the cause of our birth? Why we are taking birth again and again? We reborn, then again we die, again we reborn, again we die. Why it happens with us? Because of our karma. So whenever we do some karma, it has some consequence. And then out of this consequence, we will again have rebirth. Again, we will have some karma. When we will have rebirth, then again we have to do some karma. Then again we will have consequences. And again we will have some rebirth. So this is the cycle of our life. Now, if we want to avoid this cycle, we need to do no karma. When we will not do any karma, then we will be free from this cycle. Then the question comes, how it is possible not doing karma? Is it possible? Because in Bhagavad-Gītā itself, Lord says that it is not possible for the person without doing karma. He cannot live. Nahi kaschit sharamapi jatu tishthatya karma krit karyate havashah karma sarva prakriti jay gudaihi. So he's saying that nahi kaschit sharamapi. Even for a single moment, person cannot live without doing anything. So we have to do something. Even though we are sleeping, then also our pranagati, pranas are working. Our heartbeats are there. So every time something is there, our body parts are doing karma. So karma, we cannot live without karma. And how Lord is saying, when we don't do any karma, then we will be free from the samsara. What is the meaning? So he's saying not doing karma means we should not have attachment with the fruit or the consequences of karma. Like when we do karma, we should think that this karma is done by me, but for the God. And I am doing everything for the Lord only. I am not doing for its result. So like we have an exam after some students are there. After just they complete exam, what the first thing is, they start counting numbers. How many marks I will get in this question, how many marks I will get in this question. And what happens, all over they have counted 90 out of 100. They are happy, they are satisfied because they have got 90 marks according to their calculation. But the moment result comes, what happens? They got only 80 marks. Now what happens? They start crying. Why? Because they expected 90 marks. So this attachment, attachment with the marks, just leading them towards the sorrow, towards the pain, towards the cry, sadness. So at the same time, some other students are also there who have got only 45%, 55%, but they are very, very happy because they don't have expectation, they don't have attachment with the marks. So they are cool, they are fresh. But it doesn't mean that we will not count or we will not analyze. We have to evaluate where we have done mistake and next time where we have to improve. So improvement we need to do. But we don't need to attach with so much. So we will not eat food for 3 days, 4 days. Some people even go for suicide. I will commit suicide. Why are you committing suicide? Because the karma will not leave you. Even though you are going for suicide, you think that after committing suicide, I will be free. So you are not free. You are not free at that time. Because the karma, if they have started giving you fruit, then nobody can run away from those karma. You have to face that thing. Not in this this life you commit suicide, then the next life you will get, and next life you have to face this thing. So the karma phala or the consequence of karma we cannot avoid anyways. So we have to face everything. Now we have to face, we need to become very vigilant, we need to become very powerful, courageous, and for that, what we need to know? We need to know the real Swarupa, who I am. I am not a small kid as I think, or I am not a simple man. I am He. As Swami Vivekananda ji says, I am He. I am free from everything. I have all powers within me. I am the Paramatman. So nature will try to thrust you down. Everything there will be so many difficulties in front of you, but you have to remember that you are not a simple man, but you are also the of that supreme power, the energy, the resource of all the energies in this world. So you are also the part, or you are also the of that Paramatman. So you can do everything. You can, there is nothing which is impossible for you, because you are that Paramatman. I am He. So I have everything. So that when we have this thing in our mind and the things will be happening with us, we will be neutral. Udasin, Vadasinam. Udasin, neutral. I will be neutral at that time. Bhagavan says that I also do karma. He is not saying that I don't do karma. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanamaptamavaktavyam vata eva cha karmani. There is nothing in all three lokas. There is nothing which is my duty. I am free from everything because I don't have expectation. I don't have relations. I don't have attachments. So I don't have any responsibilities, but still I do all my duties. I perform everything. I kill cancer. I also do yuddha. I also go for war. I am becoming your sarthi here. So I also do all my karma. Why I am doing? Because yadyadacharati shreshthas tattadevi tadojanaha sayat pramadam kurte lokastathanuvartate. He is saying, because I am God, so people follow me. They give my examples, as we are discussing about Lord Shri Krishna. So if Lord Shri Krishna is doing, so I am also doing. People think in this way. So if I will not do my duties, I will not follow my responsibilities, what will happen? People will also stop doing that. So the whole samsara will stop doing that. So if now the thing is, when we are on highest post, like we are some minister or we are some professor, something, so we need to be very careful that we have big responsibility of everyone who all are seeing us, because they are following us. They are our followers. If we are not, like if professor will not come in the class on time, then how students will go? Students will say, okay, my professor is not on time, so why I should be on time? I will also go after 5 minutes. So this happens. So when we are on highest post, we should also be careful. Even for the Geeta Parivar volunteer, Swami ji always says that our acharan should be good. Our behavior with the people should be very, very good, and we should be always vigilant and very careful while doing anything, because when we do something, so many people follow us. They will also do the same. So Lord is saying, nothing is there which is my duty, but I do all the things because yadyadacharati shreshthas, whatever I will do, maybe people will follow this. So I do all my karma. So, but I do karma as udasin bhava. I don't get attachment. Sometimes we misunderstand the thing. What is udasin? So udasin means neutral. Neutral means don't do karma. So there was a student, a small child was there. She went to her mother that, oh mother, she was crying. My teacher has scolded me for something I didn't do. The sentence he used, that my teacher has scolded me for something I didn't do. then the mother has so much delusion or more towards her child. How can this teacher scold my little girl without any reason? And she just went to the principal or teacher, and she had with so many arguments. Now what happened? So this is the cause of delusion. What happened? The teacher, when teacher said, let me finish, let me tell the reason. She didn't do means she didn't complete her homework. I gave some assignment for everyone yesterday, but she didn't complete, so I scolded. Now this is the situation happens with the people when they have so much delusion, more attachment with the people. This lady even didn't analyze properly what is the reason why the teacher scolded my child, but she, without analyzing anything, she just went to the teacher. Now this udasinata, this attachment of mother and this udasinata of child, we are not talking here. So udasinvadasinam means do karma. This is child, she didn't do karma, then she got punishment. We will also get the same. If we will not do karma, we will not follow our responsibilities, we will be getting punishment. So punishment we will be getting. So it is very important that we should perform our duties, we should do our karma on time. Now the mother said, this was out of delusion, this is out of attachment. So like Arjuna is also on the same position. In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, he says, I don't want to do war. Now war is the dharma of Kshatriya, and Arjuna is the Kshatriya only. Yuddhe chapya palayanam. So Yuddha, doing war, is the dharma of Kshatriya. He is saying, I don't want to do Yuddha because these are my own people. And Dronacharya and Bhishma Pitama, they are very respected to me. How can I kill them? Guru nahatvahi mahana shreyo bhoktum bhaikshamapi haloke hatvat. So how can I kill my own guru who are very respected to me? So it is better to go for bhiksha. Now bhiksha is the karma of sannyasis or the brahmans, but Arjuna is not the brahman. He is saying, I will do something else, but I will not do my karma. So his karma is doing war. So this is happening because of delusion, because of moh. We don't analyze properly when we take decisions in the moh. So like there are some parents, they give money to get extra marks to their children to get extra marks. So this is what? This is the delusion only, because their child will not get knowledge. Then what these marks will not work without knowledge, because the important thing is knowledge, not marks. But still they are paying for that. So my child will get extra marks. So this everything is because of delusion, because of moh. Lord is saying, be neutral, be detached. So you will not have moh, you will not have delusion. So you will go on the right path. You will not follow the wrong path. So he's saying, udasin vadasinam asaktanteshu karmasu, and just be detached in the karma also. Now one more thing, like in the Gita classes only, you are learning Bhagavad Gita. You are receiving so many messages daily by our content sharing team. So they send you message. In the messages, maybe you have read this thing, that by the grace of Lord Shri Krishna or by the grace of Swamiji, this Learn Gita program is running. Now when the Shri Krishna is coming and starting your PT, never. He never comes. But still we say, why? Because this is the reality we have to understand. We cannot do any work, any divine work. The Gita classes, running Gita classes is the divine work. So we, the undivine people, cannot do that. Even I am speaking here, you are listening here. So this is also done by Paramatma only, done by Lord Shri Krishna only, because we don't have this capacity to talk on Gita, Bhagavad Gita. This is very deep philosophy. We don't know even any single thing. but still we are just hearing some from somewhere from Swamiji, and we are just trying to convey the same thing, whatever we little bit understand, and drop of that thing we just try to convey in front of you. So everything is happening because of the grace of God only. He is not directly involved everywhere, but indirectly he is only doing everything. Like we have Modi ji, Prime Minister. So Prime Minister will not come and do everything, each and everything. Like sometimes the light has gone, we say, why the Prime Minister, Modi ji, what he is doing there, light is not coming properly in our area. So sometimes we say this, but why we are blaming him? He is not coming for light and all these work, but still we do this thing because he is indirectly involved everywhere. He is not directly involved. So Udasin Vadasinam, he is indirectly involved everywhere, but he is not attached with the things, and he is doing with the deities in the form of deities. So Nachamantani Karmani Nivadnanti Dhananjaya Udasina Vadasinam Asaktanteshu Karmasu Mayadhyakshina Prakriti Suyate Sacharachanam Hetu Nanena Kaunteya Jagat Viparivartate. So as I told, Modi ji will not do everything, but he will have some officers, some ministers, some management people, and these people will do all the work. So similarly, Lord is saying, I am as the supervisor of this universe, Mayadhyakshena Prakriti Suyate. This Prakriti will be doing everything. Suyate. She will be creating the char and char word, the moving and unmoving, or the living, non-living. Everything Prakriti will create. I will not do anything. Suyate Sacharacharam, like the ministers will do all the work. But he is Udasin. He is just a drashta. He will watch everything. He will supervise everything. Similarly, Bhagwan will supervise everything and Prakriti will do everything. Hetu nanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. And because of this only, this jagat is getting, this word is getting so many differences. Every time it is changing. Why it is changing? Because of this, because of Prakriti is doing this creation and all. Now he will start another topic. He has told about the Swarupa of Paramatma and all. Now he will be telling about the demonic people. So in 16th chapter, we have already seen everything in detail. So that the 16th chapter is the remaining part of these shlokas only. Here he will tell little bit, and in 16th chapter he will tell in detail. So now here what he is telling about the demonic people. Avajananti ma mudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Avajananti ma mudha. The people who are possessed with the demonic qualities, they don't know my real Swarupa, who I am. So who I am? Parami Bhuta Maheshwaram. I am the Maheshwar, Maha Ishwar of all Bhuta Pranins. But these people don't know me. So they disregard me. Avajananti Mahmudha Manushin Tanumashataha. Param Bhavam Ajananto Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram. They don't know my Param Bhava. Like there are some students. So once the principal came, so if the students will misunderstand that this is not principal but the peon. So how they will react with the principal? Let's switch on the switch on the light, turn on, let's close the door and do this, they'll do that. So they are not supposed to tell all these things to the principal, but still they will do if they misunderstand the peon. Now what will happen like this? So it is very important that we should be well aware with the real Swarupa of Paramatman also. Otherwise, we will also treat maybe sometimes these people like the Avajananti Mamudha people, the demonic, they have demonic qualities. They don't know the real Swarupa of Paramatma. So like student treat principal as peon, similarly they also treat Paramatma as the common person. So they should be well aware with the everyone. Now the next is saying Mogha Shalag about the demonic people. He is telling in detail. Some details he is giving. Mogha Shavogha Karmano Bhagyana Vichetasaha Rakshasīm Asurim Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shitaha. So he's saying Moghasha, their hopes are vain, waste. Moghasha, Mogha Karmana, their karma is also vain. Knowledge is also vain. It is for no use. Why? Because this is one, it is useful when it is beneficial for others, when it is beneficial for society. So our karma, our knowledge, our every ability, whatever we are having, we should always try to analyze. Is it beneficial for others also? Is it beneficial for society also? We are having so much knowledge, but we are keeping with us. We are not telling this knowledge to anyone. Now this is for no use. So this will become mogha jnanam. Your knowledge will be for no use. So it is very important that we should spread our knowledge. We don't have much knowledge, but we still know little bit nursery KG standard thing. So at least we can teach those things to other people, to other kids who are not able to go in to the college, school. We can teach them also. Simply we can teach them. So this is also a kind of seva we can do. So, but if we are keeping with us, then it will become useless. Similarly, mogha sha mogha karma, our actions, whatever we are doing in whole day. Sometimes people just they wake up, they eat something, they sleep, they go for the work, and then they are active on social media, but they don't do anything, any social work. So we should be involved little bit with the social works also. So like there are some people in Geeta Parva, like we are also the same. We are trying to connect us with the divinity, with Bhagavad-Gītā. We are learning Bhagavad-Gītā. So our karma, learning Bhagavad-Gītā is becoming useful for us and our family. Now when we start teaching Gita, like there are so many volunteers working day and night, and they are trainer, tech, group coordinators. They are also giving seva. Now this seva, this work will become beneficial for all of us, because we are getting benefit of this. If nobody is there to run these Zoom classes, then how we will get to how we will learn Bhagavad Gita? So they are giving seva, so we are also getting benefit out of it. So their karma, their action is beneficial for us. So now their action is useful. So when our action, our knowledge is beneficial for others, then it is useful. But these people who are having demonic qualities, their action, their knowledge, nothing is useful, nothing is beneficial. And then he will tell about the three categories: Rakshasīm, Asurim, Chaiva, Mohinim. So Mohinim, Rakshasīm, Asurim. What is this Rakshasīm? So Rakshasi is like we are going on the way, and on the way only there is a small puppy. Some people have this bad habit. They just feed this puppy. They will do something. So this puppy will cry, will bark, and will do something. But now they are doing this is the Rakshasi pravritti. They are harming him without any reason. So this is Rakshasi. We are making trouble for other people without any reason. Rakshasīm, Asurim, Chaiva, Asurim. Now what is Asurim? So when we become so selfish and we are doing something wrong with the other because of other people, because of our selfish motives, this is called Asuri Pravritti. Like people are so corrupted. They have so much corruption, like they have enough salary to live, to survive in this world, but still they want more. Maybe they want to fulfill their desires. So for their own selfish motives, they harm society. They harm poor people. So this is called Asuri Pravritti. They are harming others for their welfare. So this is Asuri. Then Mohini. Mohini is like totally ignorant like ignorance. It is deep ignorance when we have. We don't want anything. Now, this is not our habit. This is not our selfish motive, but still we are just doing, like shooting birds. We like to shoot birds, so we are shooting birds. Now the birds will be dying because of our gun. So this is Mohini. We don't have even selfish motive, but just we for our enjoyment we are doing. So in enjoyment we are sometimes harm other people. So sometimes there are in the children especially, they just change the name of each others. So my name is Kavita, someone says Kavita. So they just do this thing. So this is also Asuri, this is also Mohini Prakriti. So we just do for our enjoyment. We do wrong with others for our enjoyment. So this is Rakshasima Asuri Chaiva Prakriti Mohini Shitaha. So all these things we should avoid. Now from the next shloka, Lord will tell about his devotees, bhaktas, how the bhaktas are. They are not like that. They are having different level. Mahatmanastu vam partha daivim prakatimashritaha bhajantyananya manaso jnatva bhutadim avyayam. Mahatma means the people who are possessed with the divine qualities, who are having positivity, who are sattvic, who they just Manastu Mam Partha Daivim Prakriti Masha, divine qualities they are having. Bhajanti Ananya Manaso, they are just do bhajan. They are just singing my name, singing my glories all the time. Ananya Manaso. For them, there is only one helping point or one point, that is Paramatma, and they are completely focused on Paramatma, focused on me, Lord Shri Krishna and Bhagwan. They are not distracted. Bhajanti Ananya Manaso. Gyatva Bhutadi Mavyam. They know my real Swarupa. He said, Avajananti Mamudha. They are not aware with me. These people, they disregard me, the demonic people, they don't know me, but my real bhaktas, devotees know me and they treat me as a Parameshwar. So he is telling, Gyatva Bhutati Mavyam. Then Satatan Kirtayanto Mam Yatantascha Dridavvrataha Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya Nityayukta Upasate. Satatan Kirtayanto Mam. Every time they are glorifying my name. Satatan Kirtayanto Mam Yatantascha Dridavvrataha. And they are very Yatantascha, every time striving to get me. Every time they are doing Mala, Japa, Nam Sankirtanam, these things they are following every time. Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya, they are doing Namaskara, prostrating me, and Nitya Yukta Upasate, every time they are doing my Upasana. So like we have some deities, we are having Gyaneshwar Mauli ji, Mirabai, or other Tukaram ji. All these devotees are the real bhaktas. If you will read the characteristic of these devotees, you will find all the things in their character. So these are the real devotees. They know me, they know my reality, what I am and who I am. Now the next verse. Here he is telling how many ways are there. My devotees worship me in different ways. Jnana yagyena chapyanne yajanto mam upasate ekatvena prithaktvena bahudha vishvato mukham. So some devotees consider me that I am one. Some they think that I am multiple. Some devotees are there, they think that I am all faced. So everyone has different imagination of God in their mind. So there was a kingdom, a very short story. So there was a rule in the kingdom that everyone can have only one wife. They cannot have multiple wives. The king was there. He said, he thought that whether everyone is following this rule or not, I should check. So he sent some ministers to the kingdom, to go in the kingdom and go as a simple man and just do ensure that everyone is following this rule. He sent the minister. Minister went to the kingdom. The ministers, everything they were analyzing and they found everything well. But after some time, they saw a person. This person was drunk. It was unconscious, because when someone is drunk, and so this person becomes unconscious, and he was uttering some names, some female names, Rupa, Indumati, and all. These ministers had like they thought what he is doing. So these ministers went to that person and they asked, "Who are these girls or ladies?" "These are my wife," this drunk man replied. This minister said, "How many wives you have?" "One," he said. Then they said, "Why are you saying so many names? Okay, let me know the exact name of your wife. Who is your wife?" He said, "Rupa." The second minister said, "Pardon please, because I didn't hear." He said, "Indumati." Then he suddenly changed the name. So because he was unconscious, he changed the name. The minister said, "How many wives you have? Tell me the exact name. Exact first time you saw her, you got the name. Tell me what that name." Then he uttered some other name. He said something else. So now the thing is, ministers starting beating him, and they were beating him badly. But at that time, one old man came there. Old man said, "Why are you beating him? I know this person very well." So this minister told everything. The whole scenario happened with that person. So this old man said, "Oh, minister, see, this person is having only one wife, but he's unconscious. He's not able to tell the right thing because his wife is having so many different names given by her mother, father, and other relatives. So he's uttering different names, but he is having one wife only. This I know him personally." So this is the situation of that drunk man. Similarly, the people, the bhaktas, devotees also having the same thing, like minister had the confusion. Similarly, the devotees also have different devotees are there. Sometimes some other people like a minister, they also get confused because some devotees say that there is only one Brahma. Some deities are saying, some devotees are saying there are different Lord Shri Krishna, Rama, Vishnu, Durga ji, Shri Ganesh ji, different deities are there. Some will say all faced, my God is all faced. So we have different concepts, different ideologies. But the God, the superpower, this is only one. The Param Tattva is one. It has different forms, it has different names, but the Lord is only one. So this we have to understand. This is the real Sarupa. So the other Sarupas are just the form, different form of the same God, same Paramatman. But Paramatman is one. So sometimes devotees, like God is saying, sometimes devotees worship me as one, sometimes as multiple, sometimes they think I am in the different form, they worship me. In the next sloka, he will tell about the Jnana Yajna. Jnana Yajna means everywhere there is Paramatma. Thinking in this way, this is called Jnana Yajna. Aham kraturaham yajna swadha hamaham aushadham mantro hamahami vajam ahamagniraham hudam. He is telling the place that this is the Yajna. He is giving the example of Yajna. In the Yajna, I am everything. Whatever things are used. So aham kratu. Kratu is also a kind of yajna, and then aham yajna. Yajna here in the shloka, yajna means the 5 bhut yajna. So we have 5 panch yajnas. So in this panch yajna, we have Brahma yajna, we have bhut yajna, Daiva yajna, Manush yajna, Atithi yajna. So like first we have this Brahma yajna. So Brahma yajna is like every time we are curious to know more, to learn more. So like in Geeta classes only, you have joined these Geeta classes to learn more. So So we are learning Bhagavad Gita. This is called Brahma Yajna. There are so many people who are doing volunteer work also. Why they are doing volunteer work? Because they have they are more curious to know all other things also. So along with Gita, they are learning some other skills like how to host Zoom, how to teach Gita to other people, how to become group coordinator and manage 3 different groups. So they are getting different management skills also, technical skills also, teaching skills also, because they are the volunteer in the Geeta Parivar. So we have different opportunities to learn. Daily we get, and we should grab these opportunities and we should learn everything, learn new things. So our experience will be increasing, and when experience will increase, knowledge will increase. So this is called Brahma Yajna. Then we have Dev Yajna. Dev Yajna, the same Samhita is there, fire is there, we put Samhita. So Havan is called Dev Yajna. So whatever ahutis or whatever offerings we are giving to this fire, all the offerings will be, so this Agni Deva or fire, the deity of fire, will bring all the ahutis to those devatas, other deities. So this is Yajna, Dev Yajna. Then we have Pitra Yajna. Pitra Yajna, we have our forefathers, our ancestors. We perform some puja, Shraddha Karma, and we offer something to them. And these offerings they will receive in the other lokas. So they will having their food. So if we don't do Shraddha Karma, our ancestors will be hungry there. They will not get anything because we are not offering here anything. So it is said that we must do this Shraddha Karma and all. Then we have Dev Yajna, or yes, we have Manush Yajna, Bhut Yajna, we can say. So like when we have this feeling that everyone should have peace, everyone should be happy, we are caring for each and every living creature, then it is called Bhut Yajna. Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. We are thinking about everyone, not only for our friends, not only for our colleagues, not only for our neighbors, but everyone. When we think, then it is called Bhut Yajna. And then lastly, we have Atithi Yajna. Someone is coming to our house, then we should Atithi. So someone is coming to our house, then we should offer this person very nicely. We should receive this person very nicely. Brahmins are coming, sometimes Gurukula students are coming, some other people are coming. We should attend our Atithi with so much respect. This is called Atithi Yajna. So in Kathopanishad, there is conversation between Yamraj and the Nachiketas. Like we have in Bhagavad Gita, we have conversation between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. Sri Krishna is preaching Arjuna. Similarly, in Kathopanishad, Yamraj ji preaching to the small kid Nachiketa. And here in the conversation, he says about the Atithi Yajna, that we must follow this Atithi Yajna. If someone is coming to our house, we should not think, why he came, Atithi tum kab jaoge, not like that. We should not think like that, but we should offer them. We should serve them according to our best abilities, with our best abilities. So this is called Atithi Yajna. So aham kratu, aham yajna. So I am kratu, I am yajna. Swadha, aham aushadham. Then swadha. Swadha, the offering to the Pritra is called swadha. Swadha, aham aushadham. Some herbs, some medicines we offer in the fire when we say agnaye swaha. And when we do swaha, and so we offer something inside the fire. So this is called aushadam. So swadha hamaham aushadam, mantro hamahami vajyam. Mantra. I am mantras also. Whatever mantras we chant during the yajnas, these mantras are also me. Mantro hamahami vajyam. And the ghritam, ghee, purified milk, we put inside the fire. This milk, this ghee is also me. Ahamajyam aham. So ahamajyam aham bhutam. And lastly, this is the peak of philosophy. Lord Shri Krishna is saying, and I am bhutam also. Bhutam means the action. we are putting fire inside, we are putting Samhita inside the fire. So this action is also me. So everything is me. Nothing remains beside, nothing remains other than me. I am everywhere. I am one, and I am everywhere. So he's showing how I look different, but I am one. So I am only the power, and I am manifest myself in different swarupas. So aham agni raham bhutam, everything is me. So here till this shloka we have seen how to get detached, how to be we should have relation, but we should not have attachment. And there is one God. We have seen the demonic qualities and also the bhaktas, the swarupa of devotees. Next time we will be seeing very important and very interesting topic, that is how to get success according to Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord has told about the success mantra. So especially Chinmayananda Swamiji has given a very good interpretation on this particular topic according to Bhagavad Gita. So we will see little bit, because I personally like this topic also. So we will be discussing next time. Now we will conclude today's session with the Sankirtanam. We will just imagine the God in our mind, the Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Bhagwan Shri Ram, all whatever our Ishta Devas. So we will remember them. Hari Sharanam, 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 Sharanam. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much, Kavita ji, for imparting the life-transforming insights mentioned in chapter 9, which would help us embark on our path of learning Gita. Now we'll move ahead with the Q&A session. So participants on this group, if anybody having any questions, kindly raise your hand, and a humble request to turn on your video while putting forth your questions. Please raise your hand and we shall unmute you one after the other. Anurag ji, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Oh, okay, great, thank you. So we talk about verse 17, the significance of God being associated with the Rig, Sam, and Yajurveda. Could you please explain?
So he's saying Rig, Sama, Yajurevacha. These Vedas are also me. That's all. He's saying Rig Veda, Sam Veda, or Yaju Veda. Atharva Veda, like we just say three Veda. Three Vedas are there. Sometimes we say 4 Veda. Atharva Veda is counted separately. Sometimes they count it together. So it is 3 Vedas. So 3 Vedas are also me. That's all.
So what's the significance? I understand that he says that he is.
Okay.
But yeah.
Telling that here in this context, he is telling that everything is me. So when you are doing upasana, you just think like everywhere I am existing. So aham agni raham hutam. First he starts with the yajna, and then in the not only yajna but the rain is also coming because of me. So it's just telling that everywhere. So sarva vyapik. the God is omnipresent or sarvavyapi, that he is telling through these verses. So he's telling that even the knowledge, the supreme knowledge is Veda. It is considered in the Indian culture. So these Vedas are also me only.
Okay. Thank you. Verse 16, the statement, it says, Aham Kratur. It
Yeah.
says, how does it relate to the idea of Supreme being the ultimate bhokta or enjoyer of the sacrifice and offerings?
Through the sacrifice, through the yajna, he is telling each and everything. He is telling like karta is also me, Dior, and then karma is also me. The yajna is the karma, so that karma is also me. Action is also me, and the action, what the movement is also me, and whatever we are putting, so that fire is also me, and the samidha is also me. So he's just telling that all the karakas like karta, karma, karan, everything is me. So he's just giving the symbol like everything is God through
Okay,
these.
so he's the doer and the enjoyer also. Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
So what is our role then? Where are we in this?
So, like first he has talked about the Gyan Yoga and he's completed that. Then he came towards the Bhakti Yoga, and these are the Bhakti Yogas. Like he's telling like the person who sees everything as a God, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So that person is only seeing the reality, and in this way, when he is doing his bhakti, he is offering all the actions, whatever actions he is doing. If he is seeing everywhere there is God, and then he is doing all the karmas, then it becomes like Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. I'm doing the karma for Shri Krishna. Because once I know like everywhere is Shri Krishna, then whatever I'm doing, I'm just dedicating all the actions to Shri Krishna.
Final one. You talked about Bhakti Yoga being a part of this chapter. I think it's verse 14, isn't it?
Yeah, 14. So it starts with the 14 and then it will complete till I think 22. I have to check. But then then he starts Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga.
So we have so many practical challenges being in this grihasthashram, or we are leading a life. So how can we incorporate the practice of devotional worship into our daily life? Sometimes we skip. It's not
Yes,
possible always.
but
For example, we try to do the sandhya at the sundown, but sometimes the time skips. So should we still do that? So I'm just saying, how do we incorporate this devotional practice into our daily lives, given the challenges of the samsara?
it will come with the Abhyas and Vairagya. In 6th chapter, God has told this to Arjun. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena jagriyate. So once we have to get detachment over these worldly things and the Abhyas practice. So continuously, when we are putting efforts and we are practicing for the thing, and it will come slowly. In beginning, it will like sometimes you will skip, sometimes not. But after sometimes when you are doing regular practice, it will come slowly.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Amrita ji, I think we don't have other questions. So we can tell about the Geeta Sevi session. We have Geeta Sevi session on this Sunday, an upcoming Sunday. So you all can join. How to become volunteer? We will discuss about that, and all the departments from Learn Geeta program will come and they will talk about their department. So you can give seva as a Geeta Sevi as a volunteer in Bhagavad Gita Parivar. You can give seva. You can associate with Gita Parivar. Ji, Jyoti ji, you have something to say?
जय श्री कृष्णा दीदी।
Jai Shri Krishna.
गीता परिवार से भागवत गीता के साथ साथ और क्या क्या बुक्स मिलते हैं सरल पाठ में?
Mainly Gita, Bhagavad Gita ये है store.
ओनली गीता?
हाँ, store.learn Gita पर.
ओके, अदर बुक्स नहीं मिलता?
Other books हैं but store पे नहीं है. वो आगे आएंगी शायद.
कोई लिंक है इसके लिए?
Sorry?
कोई लिंक है इसके लिए?
हाँ, store.learngita.com का है.
क्या?
भगवत गीता की बुक के लिए store.learngita.com.
अदर
दीपक भी आप चैट पे डाल देंगे क्या? store.learngita.com.
इधर डाल रहा हूँ।
जी जी विजय जी, जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय श्री कृष्ण मैम। मैम मैं डेली क्लासेस में हूँ, L2 में हूँ। मैंने L2 को ज्वाइन किया हुआ है, बट समझ में कुछ आता नहीं है। करने के लिए सब तैयार है।
मतलब श्लोक उच्चारण के विषय में आप बोल रहे हैं?
नहीं मैम, कंसंट्रेशन।
वो थोड़ा सा अभी आप लेवल 2 में हैं, मान लीजिए। अभी थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, स्टार्टिंग है ये, 20 दिन का लेवल 1 हुआ है आपका और अभी लेवल 2 में ही है। तो लाइक 4-6 महीने तक प्रैक्टिस करेंगे रेगुलरली तो स्लोली आ जाएगा।
इवन आई हैव रीजॉइंड L2, जो अभी नेक्स्ट है उसके लिए मैंने दोबारा ज्वाइन किया उसको L2 पे।
तो थोड़ा सा बस टाइम फिक्स कर लीजिए कि इतने टाइम पर पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है, ऐसा करना ही करना है। जब 6 महीने स्ट्रिक्टली आप उस टाइम शेड्यूल को फॉलो करते हैं तो 6-7 महीने बाद आप कंफर्टेबल हो जाते हैं थोड़ा थोड़ा, लेकिन 6 महीने का मिनिमम प्रैक्टिस चाहिए किसी भी चीज पर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करने के लिए।
जैसे क्वेश्चन
जी सौम्या जी।
Namaste, Didi.
जी
My question is, you were describing in 12th verse, Rakshasi Masuring Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shrutaha. You try to differentiate between the Rakshasi attribute, the Asura attribute, and the Mohini attribute. I was not able to understand the difference between the Rakshasi and the Mohini, because you said in Rakshasi attribute also, you harm somebody for no reason, right?
yes
So what is the major difference between the Mohini
So
and
actually,
the
Mohini is more like we are harming for the luxury. We are harming for the like we get some joy. But in Rakshasi, we don't even get luxury. We don't even killing for the joy or something. We are just this becomes our nature. It comes in our
Okay.
nature. In Mohinim, it is still not in our nature, but we are just doing because we are getting some fun. We are getting sort of enjoyment, and that's why we are doing this wrong thing. In Rakshasi, maybe we are not getting the enjoyment or something, but it becomes our nature to harm other people.
Okay. Okay, it is something similar to, when somebody steals just because he has the habit of stealing.
Yeah.
Is it something like that?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes. Anurag ji.
Jai Shri Krishna. It took me about a month to memorize all the elements in the periodic table when I was in grade 12. Now that I'm trying to memorize and prepare for Geeta Pathak, it seems even more difficult, because at the time I was using English or just connecting the terms to the element. Here, what has really worked in the past for so many sadhaks? Is it just mere repetition without understanding the meaning or connecting? Could you give some tips on memorizing the verses?
You just need to do Parayana as more times we can do. Like in a day, if you can do Parayana of one chapter repeatedly, the same chapter you can repeat 5 times or 7 times or 11 times, something like this. So it will help you to just memorize the shlokas. So for this practice, like you can take one chapter once, and suppose you are learning, you are by hearting 16th chapter, and for next 10 days or next 15 days, you are just concentrating on 16th chapter. So in a day, maybe 5 times, 6 times or 7 times, according to your time convenience. So you can just repeat those chapters again and again. And for 15 days, if you will concentrate only one chapter, you will be able to by heart the shlokas.
Thank you. Verse 13, the role of intention and attitude. When you say performing sacrifices to the Lord, and how do they impact the result of these actions?
If you are, can you just Repeat your
Yeah,
question.
the verse 13 talks about the role of intention and attitude in performing sacrifices to the Lord,
Mhm.
right? So, how do they impact the result of
So,
those
like
actions?
you are more attached with the fruit, and you are thinking like suppose there is a student and he's just studying for the result, and then he's doing entire action or he's studying completely for the result. So when his result comes, it will come according to his hard work. He will get good marks, maybe he'll get joy also, but it will not purify his mind. But if the student is doing as a duty, he is not concentrating on the result. This is just an example, not we don't need to implement right now. This is just an example, and he is just thinking about that this is my duty. I'm a student, and as a student I have to study. So if in this attitude he is studying, then it will help him to purify his mind.
Okay.
And
So we
then
talk about, right. There are a lot of celestial gods in Hindu mythology.
yes,
Why might some people choose to worship them instead of the Lord?
because they think that they will fulfill their wish more fast. And God, we don't know ultimate God, the Brahman. We cannot think about him easily. So they are going towards the deities.
Okay. Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes. Indikaji.
Okay, since there are no more questions now, we shall proceed ahead with the ending prayer. We have with us today Bhavna Avinash ji from Nasik, who would recite the ending prayer for us. She's a graduate in civil engineering and has been into teaching. She's been a part of Geeta Parivar since December 2021, and she's been offering her seva as a technical assistant. Over to you, Bhavna ji.
योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much, Didi. Before we wind up today's session, we would like to thank the back-end teams for their immense efforts in conducting these sessions. We also thank each one of you for being part of today's interpretation session, and we look forward to seeing you all once again in the forthcoming sessions. Towards the end, the Hanuman Chalisa would be played across, so requesting you all to stay back for a few more minutes and listen to the Hanuman Chalisa before disconnecting. So thanking each one of you once again. Jai Shri Krishna.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए। श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई। तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई, सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे। अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा। नारद सारद सहित अहिसा, जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते। कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा। राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा, तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना। लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु। लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू, प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही। जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते। सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते, राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे। होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे, सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना। तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना, आपन तेज संहारो आपे। तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे। महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा। जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे। मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा। तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे। सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है। प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे। असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता। असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा। सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे। जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई। जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता चित्तन धरई। हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा। जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई, जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई। छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई, जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा। होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा। की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा, पवन तनय संकट हरन। मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित। हृदय बसहु सुर भूप, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय।